Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never End Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, especially me and Andy, because it's motherfucking Never End.
39.
39. Yay.
You know, Luke, our last Never Realm was 2 months ago. It was on July 2nd, which is shocking to me when I saw that. I was like, that seems like that was a couple weeks ago. No, 2 months ago. Yikes.
Wow.
I have a theory about time, and I think it's real. I think it's true. So, like, when you're a little kid, if let's say you're 5 years old, for example, and you spend an afternoon with a friend playing, and it seems like it's a lifetime. Well, it's a large percentage of your life compared to that afternoon if you're 40, for example. So you perceive it as it is relevant to how much life you've had. And that's why when you get older, life just zips by. So,
All right. Yeah.
Pointing at my brain. Because that's where it's located.
My 42nd year fucking zipped by, I'm telling you that much.
Yeah, you just turned 42 or 43?
43, yeah.
43 years old, Luke. How's it feel? I'm 45. Feels like
I'm feeling like a pretty good 43-year-old. I'm doing what we all do as middle-aged white dudes. I've got 2 podcasts.
Oh, good call. Yeah, gotta have the podcast, you know. I have a friend who recently turned 40, and he'll never listen to this, I hope. He bought a big truck, and he also bought a convertible. And, like, I'm not supposed to say something? You know what I mean? I'm not supposed to be like, midlife crisis much? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? He bought a big truck, which is the universal sign of like overcompensating. And then he bought a convertible, which is also the universal sign of overcompensating. That was like in a month he did that. Like two cars.
Look, you don't really want to know what your friend's penis sizes are.
I mean,
like, it's not something like you care about and you want to inquire about, or you just want to know. But he pretty much told you 3 inches, like right off the bat, right there.
Maybe
boom,
less.
boom.
You know, I mean, I think you know, it's about confidence size, right? They say big dick energy, but what they really mean is that you act like you have a big dick, right? You act like you have this confidence and stuff like that. So really, yes, maybe someone has a small penis. I don't really care. But you should watch The Curse if you think that's funny. That's a very funny joke from that show. But you know, to me, it's a confidence thing. So it's like you see somebody do that, you know, they have no confidence whatsoever, and I feel bad for them. So sorry for the downer.
I grew a mustache and I got a dog. Like, that was my midlife crisis, right? Thought I could rock that stash for a year, and I almost did. You know,
Yeah.
No plans to get it back, by the way. Mother-in-law keeps asking me about it every so once in a while.
Oh,
It's just
she a
like,
fan?
Joy's. Yeah. She, you know, and sometimes I'll let it go a week before I shave, and Joy's like, "Oh, you growing a beard, are you?" Sorry, all my female voices sound like, "Let's go to the stoning." It's just like Life of Brian. It's I sound like Terry Jones doing women. Doesn't matter who the woman is, but and I'm like, no, it's not. Beard's not going to happen. Charity is not a beard fan, so there is that, you know. So
always, you know,
always make the provider of the loving happy, and if she doesn't like a beard, the beard is gone. It's fucking yesterday's news, man. Not fucking like so the mustache and shit. So
yeah, I keep the short beard. I keep the face lettuce tight. You know, the short beard is what I'm going with.
How tall are you, by the way? I don't know this.
I am 5'10". So, but you know, on some days I'm 5'10 and a half. So it just depends.
Yeah.
Honestly. I am Mr.
Depends on how hard you are.
Someone younger than me, I used to know, called me, "Hello, Mr. Average Height." He told me that one time. So I am Mr. Average Height, apparently. But
yeah, I wouldn't worry so much about the beard. Then you're too tall for Charity as well. She likes them short kings.
Gotcha. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, short kings. That's who they are. You know, I was shocked to find out that I tower over most independent pro wrestlers. You know, at my average height, I just tower over them. They look like children to me.
To me, Ishii is a giant, and when I met him, he wasn't that much taller than me, and I was like, "Oh my goodness. All right. Well, obviously he's a bit more fucking than I am, bigger. But yeah, Farley. Oh no, dude's a giant.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher. The
Tall.
dude looks like he's one of those motherfuckers at a carnival that's walking around on stilts. Holy McGoly.
Holy
Yeah, he's
McStilts.
very, very tall, handsome man, Mr. Kyle Fletcher. But yeah, you see, I got a photo with him at one of these Tomashi shows, and he's like, and I come up to his halfway up to his chest belly area.
You should. You know what? You need a gimmick. Next time you get photos of people, ask them to squat down a little bit so it looks like you're bizarre. Like no one could tell how tall you are. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when a wrestler, Kevin Kelly, for example, was really tall. So when he would interview a wrestler, they tell him to spread his legs. So it looks like he's still standing up because he is, but he's like 2 inches shorter because his legs spread way out. And there's stories about Vince McMahon scream, spread your legs, shit like that.
Oh my God. That's
funny.
Fucking funny. Oh my.
So perspective by leg spread.
So I've been holding on to this story. I don't know how amazing it is, but anyway, the New Borough pub, which is not far from where we live.
The New Bar Pub, is that what you said?
New Borough.
No, Borough.
Yeah, New Borough, whatever.
Okay.
However you want to say it.
I just want to understand.
Now, it's either open or it's closed. So closed for a couple months, reopen again.
Okay.
Closed for a couple months, reopen again. It's whatever. It's open again. And we went there for dinner one night, and I saw one of the signs that says trivia night's coming to the New Borough pub. And I'm like, oh, fucking sweet. Hope it's not on Wednesdays, because then we can go Charity's University Day. Wednesdays. Guess what?
It's on Wednesday.
Yeah. So
bunch of crap.
So Charity is not having her uni days anymore. She's got a new / old job back, and I'll tell you a bit about that in a tick. Bit of real life stuff here, and never.
Oh, shoot life.
But that means Wednesdays are free. And by the way, it was my birthday on Wednesday, so I was like, let's do the quiz night. And Rachel and Damo, that's my brother and sister-in-law.
Damo, who is Aussie as fuck.
Yeah. Now he's tall as hell.
Oh, is that an Aussie trait?
I don't.
If your name is
Tom Cruise height, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, if your name is Damo, you're Aussie as fuck. You just are.
Yeah,
that's the way it works. True. So.
Yeah, I don't have a name that you can put an easy O on. Luco? No, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, Bruce is another good one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just saying, those are Aussie things.
Yeah. So we're at the trivia night, and what happens is you fill in the answers, and then to correct the answers, you hand your answer sheet to one of the nearby tables, right? So the table next to us, they're called. Our team name was Chungus, because every time we play Jackbox together, my name is always Chunga Bunga or Mr. Chungus or Chungus 2 EB and all this kind of shit. I don't know why. I don't even know what a Chungus is, but that's.
Me either.
No,
sounds like some
sounds
like
something
involved.
Sounds like something dirty or gross, but like a chungus. Okay. The monkey threw a chungus at me. Yeah,
right? Yeah, something a monkey would do, or it's like monkey in another language. Chungus.
That's it. Let's go with that. But the team next to us was just two old people, just two, and they were called Nerd Immunity. Anyway, we get this round where he plays a snippet of songs, and you got to guess what all the songs are. And this is fucking an easy round, except for one song, but they were all prison related. So we had Folsom Prison Blues, we had Jailhouse Rock, we had Jailbreak by AC/DC. But one of them, I'm like, fuck, that's the Pretenders. Fuck, what is that? And then I'm like, no one in actually, I was the only person in the whole room who got this right, apparently. But I was like, what is this? And I was the Pretenders, so I got half a point there. What's the other? Oh, Back on the Chain Gang. Yeah, Back on the Chain Gang. There we go. There we go. Prison related. Yeah. Took me a while, but I got it. We wrote it down, handed our sheets in. Everything was corrected, handed up to the quiz master. And he writes the scores down. We got 10 out of 10 for the music round. And Nerd Immunity, who have been getting fucking high scores every round, got 9 out of 10. The woman fucking makes a bit, because we corrected theirs, right? Makes a fucking beeline and complains, hey, we got this blah, 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 blah. Right. And he showed it to her. He was like, no, you wrote Back on the Chain Rock.
The Chain Rock? Like she was thinking about a cartoon. That's what she was thinking of.
Yeah. So we're all just sitting there going like, we know what we fucking read, mother. We know exactly what she's doing.
Mhm.
Anyway, she sat back, totally not impressed, and I'm just like, and I'm thinking like, okay, bitch. They
You're
won
like-
by one. They ended up winning by 1 point, but oh man, it could have been 2. Ooh.
Well, if they
So,
could have got Chain Rock, yeah, it would have been 2. But it's your birthday. This bitch drove over here trying to fuck it up. She's trying to say you're cheating on your birthday? I don't think so.
No. Well, how dare? Yeah, right.
I don't think
Made me laugh. Because I know what she wrote. Like we all saw it. We were all having a good old giggle about it. Chain Rock? What's a fucking chain rock?
What a dumbass. That's probably why she was hot, is she heard you guys talking shit and was like, I wrote Chain Gang. I know I did. What's a chain rock? What are they even talking about?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So, and yeah, and it's her writing as well. It's not as if we added crossed off Chain Gang, wrote Chain Rock. And then she's complaining because we didn't write Back on the Chain Gang. We just wrote Chain Gang. And I'm like, fuck you. Chain Gang is more right than Back on the Chain. He was allowing things. If you only knew like the first name of some kind of dude, he'd give you the answer for it.
Okay.
But if you didn't write, he was pretty. Look.
That changes things a little bit, Luke.
He wasn't that strict.
No.
But when you've blatantly written Chain Rock, you're not getting the extra point. Get out of here.
It's a rock song.
Hey,
you know, I'm
it was my birthday.
I'm on her
be
side
fucking
now.
devil's advocate on me. I'm playing my card, my last birthday card, motherfucker. Saved it for NetherRealm. Bang.
That's pretty good.
Oh my goodness. So, all right. Charity used to work for this group called New. I'll let you talk in a minute. I promise. Charity used to work for this group called New Wave, and it's a group where it's government funded, and she helps people with intellectual disabilities, either acquired through accidents or whatever, or they've always been like that, just to help them make the choices they want to make, and then give them options as to how they want to progress and all that kind of stuff, right?
That's great. That is fantastic work.
Yeah. So she used to work there years ago, and there's been a few people who have done her job since. Now, I would volunteer to drive one of the guys to meetings and things like that, because sometimes they're on Wednesdays, and as I already said,
Wednesdays
uni day, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, I won't say his real name. Let's just call him. I don't know. What's the name of someone that you think sucks?
That I think sucks?
Yeah.
Godo. I don't know. I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going at all. So.
Let's call him fucking Donald.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. No offense to the good Donalds out there, but you know why I've chosen that name. All right. So I don't have a shiny piece of paper that says I'm qualified for that job, right? That he's doing, or anything like that. Charity's overqualified. She's doing a PhD in this subject, but you know, so like, she knows her shit. Anyway, it's very rare that I will sit in a room as a layman who doesn't know shit from shit and think to myself, if you would give me the keys right now, I would do a fucking better job than you ever would, ever.
So this is not someone who is a patient or someone who is a client. This is someone who works for the same company. I got it. Okay. I was
yeah. And doing not Charity's old job. Anyway, I mentioned this to Charity. I was like, dude, I have no real skills. Like, I know I'm just some helpful dude who just like will drive, someone to the meetings and and help out and make coffees and things like that. I know I'm not like, a major part of the cog in this machine or anything, but I told her that, and she's like, "Oh, thank God somebody else sees it."
Oh, that's nice.
Anyway, he leaves. They ask Charity if she's interested in applying because like they need someone good. She applies, gets the job. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking slam dunk, no brainer. Yeah, trust. She's really good. And after a couple of days, I'm like, so how bad was Donald? Now that she's like, dude, he is absolutely terrible. Here's what he'd do. He'd tell this person one thing, this person another thing, and then do nothing. And because he tried to tell her that, like, oh, so he's saying that this guy that I was driving to meetings didn't want to go to meetings anymore. I'm like, that's not true. I know for a fact he fucking loved it. And so did Charity. In fact, Charity was always on the phone to this Donald guy going like, hey, can we get him this guy to the fucking meetings, please? Oh, no, I'm not allowed to do that. And I'm like, wait a minute. His job is to help people with disabilities with stuff. That includes picking their asses up and taking them to fucking meetings. I knew that was fucking bullshit. And I was like, how bad was it? Oh, I pretty much have to restart the group from the. I'm like, do you have to start from the ground level, or somehow is there a basement level and you have to start up from that? She's like, somewhere in between there. So, yeah, she's already got like one or two people who'd left the group to come back because she assured them she ain't gonna run it like the other guy.
Donald's gone. He's long gone. And it sounds to me like a little thing that I like to call, and everyone likes to call, weaponized incompetence. It sounds like a little bit. That's the, oh, I don't know. Oh, I can't do that. Meanwhile, you can do all that stuff. You just don't want to. You know what I mean? Or, you're just incompetent, period. But it sounds to me like some weaponized incompetence.
Yeah. And it made me. And I said to Sharon, I was like, look, I got no qualifications, so I can do a better job than him. And she's like, yeah, because I know you'd try.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like, it's like when we see Yoshihashi wrestling, when he tries, it's kind of weaponized incompetence because we know he can't do it, and he knows he can't do it, and the other wrestler knows he can't do it. But like, like if we see Taichi try something that's a little bit kind of ambitious, it's not that he's incompetent. It's just that he's trying really hard and he wants to do the best for everyone.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Look, El Phantasmo or Zack Sabre Jr., if you're trying to do a 7-stage sequence with Yoshihashi, two-stage sequence.
He's going to weaponize that incompetence all of a sudden and make us all suffer. So, well, that's great news. I'm glad she got a good job that she likes. It sounds like she's helping people. And fuck Donald. Fuck him.
Yeah, so, and I'll be doing. I said once you've gotten your stuff more established and all that kind of things, and I'm there. Whatever you need, pick people up, help with getting this and that or whatever, just all that kind of stuff. So, that's what I'll be doing a lot more of in the future. And just doing odd caring for Joy stuff because she's still got a broken shoulder and stuff like that. So no one needs to know my living situation, but you'll do now. But I was just excited because she's like, this guy sucks. Charity's coming in and she's already kind of like turning things around. And this guy just made me angry because motherfucker's getting paid $50 an hour to help people with disabilities, and he just took the money. Yeah. I'm like, that's some lowest of the low shit right there. I'm like, if you were doing that at some big retail chain, I'm not so mad. Big, fuck them. They're $1 billion company, right? But it's a government-funded group that's just helping people with disabilities, and that's what you're doing? Fuck you.
Oh, man, you would hate it in America. You would hate it here. So it's like, government in America is bureaucratic on purpose to make it difficult to get services.
Yeah.
So like I mean, I'm sure you guys have that there as well, but at the same
Yeah. Yeah.
time, it's like it's not just the attitude of the government, meaning the overall government, but individual people. That's what's great is it's individual people who all act like that. And if you try to get them to do their job, they freak out and then have you arrested. So it's amazing.
Far around.
Yeah, it's
But
amazing.
so yeah, I don't know, man. I just like if this guy was on the stock markets or whatever, he's embezzling shit, like for sure. Like
Yeah.
like so just finding some way to screw people over. And part of her job is to help people with disabilities and stuff go through their freaking paperwork if they need help with it, and go, all right, here's how you do it. And then just kind of gauge how much help they need or not need, and then just go from there. Because you don't. Oh my god, yeah, he really pissed me off, and I don't know, man. Charity is the opposite of someone who pisses me off, obviously, and
Yeah. Well,
it
and
just makes me happy that
nice.
she's gonna build that group back up now.
It's
So
nice to see someone that you love succeed, isn't it? Especially
yeah,
when they get put in a spot where they're going to shine and they're happy and you're happy. That's always good times. So I'm happy for you and I'm happy for her.
yeah. She she was upset though, because I'd said to her, "Hey, can you take uni off on the 27th?" Yeah, all right, yeah. Then like a couple of weeks later, I got a new job. I got to work Wednesday. I'm like, nah, man, do the job. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fine, absolutely. And then we did trivia night and all that kind of stuff anyway. So it all kind of worked out. I did not bring them in with me, but I bought a couple records.
Oh.
Because we have a record player in the house. It's Joy's, but obviously we can all use it.
I need to know whose it is. All right. You bring something up, I want to know whose it is. So
Yeah,
thank you
who
for
owned it?
telling me.
How'd they buy it? And what's the story? It was a transaction at a store. Gave money for certain. Yeah.
Let me pull the receipt out, actually.
But we were at this country town charity night that sold records, and we were just like, let's get one. Play on the record player. So we got Machine Head by Deep Purple. Space Truckin', Smoke Underwater, all this kind of shit. And then I thought, I got a little bit of cash for my birthday. You know what? I went into Melbourne, met a couple mates, and they took me around Melbourne, look at some record stores and things like that. And I got myself a couple of Melvin's records, so I'm very happy. It was it's not Charity's favorite band, but I figured like it's my goddamn birthday money. I'm buying Melvin's record, so I got like one from the mid-noughties and one from like a couple years ago. I love all their stuff, old to now. So
okay,
yeah, and I don't know. I felt like he's Buzz's missus does the record art for all the albums and stuff,
right?
And
Yeah.
one of them, and like just to hold. Like you go to Spotify, I love Spotify. Don't worry, don't get me wrong. ADHD brain.
I got a problem with Spotify. I got heat with Spotify. So
I'm happy to hear it in a tick, but for me, ADHD brain, having access to everything in the palm of your hand is great. But they don't show you the back cover art for albums. They don't show you the front, and then they have the songs listing. So it was nice to kind of have a big, LP size thing of the art. Open it up. There's more. There's a freaking booklet in there. I'm like,
there's.
Shit.
I remember back in the day, my neighbor, he loved Jethro Tull, and he would always look for their records because inside the records was the lyrics. That wasn't in the CD. It wasn't in the tape, So, and like, it's hard to understand what the fuck Ian Anderson's saying sometimes. So,
yeah. No, so yeah, it was nice to have I don't know, to feel like I supported a band directly as well, rather than just be like, you got 0.0001 cent for me repeating one of your songs for like a day, on Spotify. So what's your Spotify heat, man? What?
Well, there's a few of our episodes they just didn't put up recently, and I don't know why.
And
there's no one to contact, and there's nothing to do about it. So I've uploaded them and re-uploaded them and done everything I can do. So for some reason, we just have 2 or 3 episodes that aren't on Spotify. Now, there are some that aren't on Spotify that I know the reason why they're not on Spotify, and that's just old Never Realms, where I put licensed music in and stuff like that, that's fine. If you want to watch those or listen to those, they're on Podbean. So everything's on Podbean always. They don't fuck with us. And everything's on Apple too. But Spotify got a problem with, using Dua Lipa songs or something. It's fucking dumb. Dua Lipa ain't got enough money. Come on.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, exactly. Oh, use the Taylor Swift song. How could you? Motherfucker's a billionaire. Get out of here. Like, yeah.
Well, it wasn't Taylor Swift, to be fair.
I know.
I think I would immediately get nailed if it was Taylor Swift, though, so for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, she's got like a team of lawyers by now. But yeah, when I started the Myron Chess Club, I had the first 2 or 3 episodes just on Spotify, and I had Charity and listeners, because they're not always the same thing. She doesn't always listen. She's like, I'm happy you do this. I'm not listening to every episode.
Right.
I hear you talk Doctor Who enough and wrestling. I don't need to listen to that stuff. But they were telling me, like, hey, put your podcast on Apple, Spotify, Podbean, all this kind of stuff. Figure out how to, and then I had to figure out how to do that, and I did. It's like no big deal.
It's not hard, man.
But yeah, do it, because not everyone's using Spotify to listen to their podcasts. They're using this or they're that or they're anything. So
yeah, and once it goes on like Apple or Spotify, most of the time it's picked up by all the minor ones too, the pocket casts and all the there's a couple of them out there that are kind of like the smaller aggregates, but yeah, I mean, it's just the RSS feed. You just put it thing, you hit the thing, and then and then the thing happens, which is why I don't understand why our fucking episodes aren't on Spotify. They have no licensed music. We didn't rip anyone off, we didn't invent the Wrestling Review podcast, but we're not committing any kind of copyright infringement by doing this show, god damn it. So
what was it that I said that made them go, oh hell no?
Yeah, like anybody listen to that.
The algorithm heard it and he's like, wait, what did he say? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So well, Luke, have you seen any good movies lately?
I haven't seen much movie wise lately. I did watch Ballerina on my birthday. I intended to go to the movies on my birthday, but Charity worked and I wanted to do the trivia night near at the
very
important house.
That we know that.
And I was like, well, it's usually a tradition. I'll go to the movies on my birthday sometimes. I was either going to be Weapons or Fantastic Four or something. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If Charity's busy, I'll watch a movie at home. I'll watch Ballerina. Why? Well, the movie was okay, but I give it a 10 for Ana de Armas alone.
She's awesome. She's awesome, but I did not like that movie at all. I thought it was just
it's so not that great,
boring,
is it?
and like I was like, I don't care. I don't think I watched the whole thing. She's very pretty.
Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. And the best part of that last Bond movie with Daniel Craig is her part. The movie is not great either. So I like the idea of it. Like, let's do a female John Wick, cool, but let's not do it as good.
Well, okay, well, this is a good subject. So right in the middle of the pandemic, a movie came out. All right. And it's actually a really intelligent movie. Bob Odenkirk realized that he had some kind of like global appeal and that people like around the world loved him. And so from Better Call Saul and other stuff. So he decided he wanted to make a movie where he didn't have much dialogue. And that's what was Nobody. So it's like an action movie made by the same people that made John Wick, but it's starring Bob Odenkirk. And it's pretty great. It's kind of the same thing as John Wick, but it's starring Bob Odenkirk. And I really like it.
Because he's an average-looking white dude who isn't known for being a kick-ass fighter.
Right,
so
of course.
That's the novelty, too. Yeah,
you're curious, right? So you go see it. I saw that in the theater, and it was one of my few... although every time I say this, I can think of like 20 more. It's one of my COVID movie theater experiences, but that was a big one, going back to the theater to see that, or maybe it was, I don't remember. Anyway, but I saw Nobody 2 the other day, so that came out, and it was not as good as the first one. It was just like John Wick 2. It was like I like this, but it's not as good, and it's just kind of lame. But that first one's pretty cool. I recommend that movie. I think it's pretty good, and I like Bob Odenkirk. I discovered him years ago on the Ben Stiller show, That was on at like fucking 1 in the morning or some shit where I lived, and it had him, Janine Garofalo, Andy Dick, and Ben Stiller,
Damn.
and it's just a sketch comedy. That's where the Ben Stiller doing the Eddie Munster gimmick is super
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
man. That's where that comes from, and there's a lot of good shit on that show. And then, of course, Mr.
Show's
Show,
where
right?
that's
And
where I
then
saw him.
and everything else, and it's like I always liked him, so I'm glad that he's finding success and stuff like that. And I thought it was really smart that he was like, because that movie was huge overseas, and it's like it's because it doesn't have any dialogue. It's just got his face. He talks, but not a whole lot. So I don't know, pretty smart.
It's because like you watch Better Call Saul. How does he get out of almost every situation that he's ever in?
Talks his way out. Yeah.
I just talked you guys out of a death sentence. I'm a freaking awesome liar.
Who is better at talking their way out of trouble? Better Call Saul or Ricky from Trailer Park Boys?
Oh,
that's tough, right? That's tough.
Yeah, I like that Ricky's one of the dumbest characters in fiction, but he has this one special skill, and that's talking his way out of legal trouble, be it in a courtroom or to the cops when they pull him over. And even Julian knows who's like the smart of the three. Even Bubbles, who's the voice of reason, just knows to shut the hell up, let Ricky do the talking. And Ricky's talking is all over the shop. It's like he's pulling stuff out of his ass. He's saying lots of naughty swear words. He's insulting them at the same time and telling them to give him smokes. And it works. Oh, it's incredible. I also watched one other movie.
Oh yeah. Well, hang on. Let's hang on. Yeah. Trailer Park Boys. So what made me think of that is I've been watching a little bit of that, and I saw an episode recently where it's basically Julian gets out of jail, and while and so does Leahy, but Ricky's been the trailer park manager this whole time, and he's been growing weed, right? And he's got this whole don't come back here blocked off and everything. And he starts getting like in trouble because people start, Leahy starts fucking with him now that he's back. He makes Leahy and Randy live in the car, under a tree. So sad. And that's the whole man's got to eat, it's that whole thing. And Leahy makes the really shitty cheeseburger for him.
Oh, dude.
It's just so sad, but it's so funny. But anyway, there's a scene where Ricky is on top of one of the trailers because he's in trouble for stealing cable. He's about to get in trouble for stealing cable. So he's they just took a drill and just drilled a bunch of holes and put a bunch of those satellite dishes on the corner of this thing. He's ripping them off and throwing them. Whenever he's destroying things, it is so funny. It's like some of the best physical comedy ever. I just had to say that. Sorry.
No, say it. He's amazing. I don't like some. How does the actor do it? Like, I understand some of it has to be scripted, but he is either a really good actor at making that sound off the cuff, or half of it is just like, all right, in the script, this is the gist of what you have to say.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Freaks out,
Yeah, Ricky freaks out. Ricky talks his way out of legal trouble. Go. And they just maybe does a couple takes and they pick the best one. But it's awesome. And I miss Mr. Jim Leahy because he's still my favorite drunk actor of all time.
The guy is the best part of the show. And that show's amazing. Everybody's a great part of that show, but that guy is by far the best part. I am the liquor thing. The shit at the beginning of that season, Jim Leahy, he tells on Ricky, well, the cops don't believe him because they say, are you crying shit wolf? That's what they say. This looks like a shit wolf to me. Yeah. He's like, what do you mean shit wolf? You're the boy who cried shit wolf. You don't want to be that. I love it. And the cops all have something familiar. They're all the same, sexual persuasion, and they all say shit wolf, shit bird, shit storm. They all say that.
Oh yeah.
They are Jim Leahy. It's awesome. It's so funny.
That's one of my favorite seasons because the season starts off and everyone thinks Jim Leahy is sober, even the viewer the first time you watch it, and he's drinking water bottles, all whole time. Yeah, no, it's freaking vodka. He was pissed as a parrot the whole season and had this grand drunken master plan that he carried off to a T. It is masterful stuff. I love it. Yeah, he
is the liquor. It's true.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so I'm gonna have to go to one of the amazingly baddest, worst films I have ever seen in my life. Charity and I saw it. It's on Amazon, and Charity and I saw what people were saying about it, and it's one of those instances where we looked at each other and we're like, "We're watching this, aren't we?" Yes, we are. It is Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. It is fucking terrible, man. It is one of the worst things I've ever seen. But watch it with someone. Have a few beers or a
we
bit
talked
of a,
about this on our last episode of the podcast.
We did?
Yeah. So it's I have not watched it because I think I've seen enough people talk about it already where it's like I need like a year. Give me a year, then I'll watch it, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! You're right."
But do it with someone else,
mm-hmm.
and either have a few drinky poos. I'm talking about Jim Leahy now.
Give me a drinky poo, Randy.
Randy Bo Bandy. or have a bit of Ricky's Hash or something, and watch it with. Don't watch it alone. It's one of those movies where you just been like, "Is this for real?" And you need a witness with you just to laugh. So we're still kind of doing our Criminal Minds watch. We're up to season 8. Anyway, I'm watching season 7. And I have a fucking bone to pick with one of the episodes. Robert Englund is in it. Freddy Krueger himself. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. He's going to
kill some people, right? I can't wait till he kills everybody. Maybe while they're sleeping, you know?
No. He's one of the cops.
Yeah, it's against the
law.
And
I'm like, bitch, are you for real? Like, I know if you see him in this show, yes, he'd be typecast as some kind of serial murderer. But come on.
You kind of want that, right?
Last night we were watching an episode, and guess who's the bad guy? You
Jason
just see his face. You don't even know. Be cooler than him. You see his face, and instantly you know, oh, it's him, and he's going to be awesome at it. It's freaking Leland Palmer himself.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Ray Wise.
Yeah.
And I was just like, don't make him a cop. Don't make him a cop. Nope, he's the serial murderer.
All right.
Like, fucking yeah, that's how you do it. No one wants to see Leland be a good guy. Get out of here. He's in a really good Next Generation episode, by the way, as well. Season 3.
He's an alien, right?
Yeah. Who watches the Watchers? I think is that the one?
That. I can't remember.
Yeah. And I was like, that is what you do when you cast someone like him. You make him a bad guy for an episode.
You don't cast Polka Dot Man and then have him be like a nice guy. You know what I mean? A normal guy. He plays a serial killer in the new Dexter show, by the way.
Oh, really?
Episode. Yeah.
You know how bored I was watching Robert Englund being a really good cop? Very. I was just shaking my head this whole time. Like, get out of... Yeah.
You can't get past that one thing, right? Whenever there's one thing like that, you can't get past it, and it's like it's all you want to talk about for the rest of whatever it is, and then maybe in the future, maybe for the rest of your life, you know. So I get
bring up that time Robert Englund was a cop on Criminal Minds rather than a serial killer.
Can you believe that? Like in 10 years, someone will mention the show Criminal Minds, who'd be like, Robert Englund, motherfuckers, you know.
That's right.
But make sure
if you ever just watch one episode, watch that one with Jason Alexander in it. It is freaking. It's good and it's funny as well. But I have to ask you a question. What is the difference between a cat and a comma?
I don't know, Luke. Please inform me.
One has the paws before the claws. The other has the claws before the paws.
Okay. All right. So is that Master Watto's joke book? Is that what that is there? Pretty sure, right?
I got a box of lovely presents from my mate Tim and his missus Shannon. And you know, they're the type to buy you like one thing that you really, really like, and then they'll fill it up with a whole bunch of little cute
white elephant gifts, you know. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, they got me a cool T-shirt. It's in the wash, so I can't show it to you.
Come on.
But
really disappointed.
Yeah, but one of them was also, it's called 101 Pawsome Cat Jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And the cat jokes, dear listeners, are about as good as the ones that you get in. Oh, you don't have Christmas crackers, do you? Christmas bonbons, where you pull the ends and then there's like a crown in it.
I know what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking about. Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, we don't have that, but like Cracker Jacks will have like Bazooka Joe, bubble
Okay.
gum that has shitty jokes in it. Sure,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. Dad jokes is what we call them in Australia. So yeah, yeah. Now, I have not really gone through these, and I was just like, all right, how does a leopard change its spots? When it gets tired of one spot, it just moves to another. Yep, that's exactly the reaction I wanted, and
Yeah, got you covered there, man. Got you
there
covered.
you go. That's some
You
great
know?
audio. No, that's great. Sometimes when I'm editing the Marin Chess Club, I have to work out like, wait, is that a silence that we've done there for emphasis, or do I have to like just totally get rid of that? Sometimes it's for emphasis because that joke was terrible.
Yeah, yeah, and it's tough. I hate editing stuff like that too because then you got to listen to it 5,000 times, and you're just like, oh my god. I like this and I don't want to hate it, but now I hate it because I've listened to it 50,000 times. So I've been
It's
editing a lot lately, so it sucks.
yeah, it's easier with you because we've done over 300 of these. We've got a rhythm. We know press record. We're on. Let's go.
Yeah.
We not fucking. We got the rapport all set in. All this kind of stuff. Some of my Marin Chess Club episodes are my first time verbal conversations with people I've ever had.
Sure. Yeah, which is
And
fun. That's good for you, man. That's
yeah,
good for
yeah,
I like that.
and there is that thing of like, all right, just like I'm excited to have them. They're also excited to be on, but some of this is getting cut because hey, suddenly we're not talking about the subject anymore. We've
You
gone over
got it.
here
Yeah.
and all that. So that's fine. But yeah, it is a skill I've had to learn and stuff to the point where you're like, oh, you're editing now, are you? Good, you can edit the YouTube videos. And so I had a internet meltdown one episode we did, and I was like, fuck, now I have to do what he said I should do. And I did it. I edited it and I figured it out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I always
there
have
you
my
go.
hands on my hips when I tell you how to do stuff too, by the
Yeah,
way.
like
I
your
go,
Marcy Darcy.
hey, you have to do the thing. And I point at you and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
tug on my Tony Soprano.
yeah.
I do all those things. Yeah. I'm very, very bossy. And
He's not.
very hands-on. Very hands-on,
Ooh,
but yeah, but like I've been doing a lot of video editing for my sister, her YouTube channels, like about narcissistic abuse and all this stuff. And like it's all very fascinating. And some of it I have to watch and listen to over and over again. I'm just like, okay, I tell you what, I know my terms. I know my fucking terms, all right, But yeah, there's but I really like we do episodes where we talk about the show Succession, and you did the intro for the audio version of that we do, and it's a bunch of people listen to the audio version, I guess. The video version isn't very popular, but the audio version is pretty popular, I guess. So that's pretty cool. It's
sounds
fun.
like our podcast.
Yeah. Well, but it's like, it's kind of tough though, because I have to edit. I don't like editing myself either, because I get scrutinized. I'm like, why the fuck did I say that? I get really like hyper scrutinized, and it's tough for me. I'm hard on myself when it comes to creative stuff a lot, and
Yeah,
like, man, I'm working on a song right now, and like, oh my god, it is driving me insane because there's like parts of it that need to be redone, but it's like I can't do it. It's like I can't get myself to fucking do it. It's like once it's done, I have to move on, or I'm just gonna tinker forever. And so I think I can't go back, and it is annoying, and I don't like it, and I need to figure out a better way to like manage my creativity in a more productive way because I get stuck on shit, and it's bad. Right now I'm working on something that's really cool. You're gonna like it. And
nice.
it's actually a song for someone about things that is not a joke. So it's like a serious song. But
Cool. I look forward to it.
that's not the song at the beginning of this episode, although that is one of my songs that I said, fuck it, that was
That's right.
So
Yeah. As soon as it was kind of that thing that fell into place where, hey, I've worked out my recording setup, and we were just like, let's do. I say let's do original music for the show, but it's all Andy. It's all Mr. Guy.
You help with
Yeah,
ideas,
yeah,
and that's important. That's like pushing me over the hump, so
yeah. But all the music you hear at the start of our episodes now is all Mr. Guys, and has been for a few months now. So yeah, it's
well, fucking Spotify got picky, so
yeah, right.
And put me to work.
Move your ass to Mars. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, when I'm editing, all right, sure, this guy had a 5-minute aside that had nothing to do with like the episode, but most of the editing is me.
Right?
Because I've got look at the gaps in between.
Oh, you sound much more calm and like level on your podcast, which at first I was kind of like, man, what the fuck? Why is he so calm and level? Like you're kind of like, you have this like very good flow of your voice, and sometimes that's not the case on here because we're rough. We do it rough, and sometimes we step on each other, and it's not perfect, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I was listening to that, I'm like, he's editing the shit, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
But it's good. You're doing good because it really sounds like there's a big difference, and like I like it. So
yeah, I don't know. I just did it. I know I don't have to do it as much as I do it. Like I could just be like, no, that flows pretty well. Yeah, I'm just going to shorten this gap a little bit.
I like it. Whatever you're doing is working, is what I'm saying. So
yeah, and it's a new skill that I've kind of learned. So rather than see, this is what I'd edit now, because I'm like, rather than gap,
right,
blah blah blah, rather than just be like, yep, I know how to do it now, cool. Like I get into this zone when I'm doing it, and I'm like, yeah, here, this, put a sound effect in here, put a clip in there.
That's cool.
And all that kind of stuff. So
that's what writing music's like. It's exactly like that. You just kind of get in this zone and you're like, okay, I see it. This needs to do this, that needs to do that. Let's fucking get it going, right? And it's like there is something zen about editing when you get right into it and you're starting to get it going and you're flowing and you're like, okay, this works. And I want this here, and this is flowing because of that. And the other thing that you're doing too, that you probably, maybe you realize this, maybe you're not, but when you're recording it, you are making mental notes about that shit, whether you know it or not. And so you'll remember as you listen to it, oh yeah. But like the biggest thing that I find is useful is and the thing that's the hardest thing to do is to just say something. Don't say, well, because, or yeah, you're right. And then say the thing, just say the fucking thing. Right. So I always try to cut that shit out when I'm editing, where, instead of saying, well, the other day I just say I was, and then boom, because you don't need that other information and it's distracting. And when you narrow shit down like that, everybody sounds smarter. It's hilarious.
Just in case some of my Marin Chess Club participants are listening to this, most of the time when I'm editing you, it's just the odd that's it.
Right. Yeah.
And shortening a gap between one thing you said and the next. So that's it most of the time. All right. There we go. I edit myself more than anyone. And even still, it's not like things I say like a lot too, which I know. But
it's hard, man. It's so hard.
And I'm just like, you know what? I think that's just how I talk, and it's fine. People will listen anyway, so they know what they're fucking getting with my voice, when they listen to this.
You have a great voice. Get out of here.
But it's fine. But I wonder what people. Because now you've listened to both, and you could tell the difference because you do this show with me, and it's all off the cuff.
None of this would be in here. None of it. Like none of this right here. So it's more focused, So and that's okay. Yeah. I like the live to tape thing. That's how I've always done podcasts. I like that better because it's more conversational and it's more like friendly and off the cuff, like you said. But what you're doing is something different. And I like that. Yeah. It's a different style podcast, and that's cool. I'm impressed. I really dig it,
Thank you. Even though, like, sometimes you'll be listening to that going, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like Charity, you know. I'm not listening to every episode, Luke. You know, but
no, I wouldn't ask you to. Our episode did pretty good, comparable to other episodes. So
the Andy rub, you know.
Oh, dude, it's definitely the Andy rub. Definitely happy to get that rubbing, but no, it was an experiment because I don't always just want people who know their shit. I was like, I want someone who doesn't know any of their shit, and even though you're in a different country, you're the easiest person to get on to a podcast with me because
we talk every day, almost every day. Yeah, we've been talking almost every day for many years. I only have a couple.
A decade now.
I only have like one or two other friends that I talk with almost every day. You know, so yeah, I don't know. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you and I treat our birthdays, I guess, with each other like we do our podcast milestones, and that is, it's over. Hey, it happened.
Hey, I would, if I was a millionaire, I'd send you everything I had. But man, I can't send you anything. So it's like, what? How the fuck is this supposed to work? You know, it sucks. Anyway, but Luke, I love you. You know, I'm happy to do the show with you. We got through the G1. We're not going to talk. We don't have time to talk about Forbidden Door tonight. I don't really care. Nigel versus Zack Sabre Jr. was awesome. Everything else was completely not interesting to me. I didn't even care about the Tony Storm shit, and I usually care about that. So
not even anything with is there anything that would affect New Japan canon or anything like that?
So Gabe Kidd was in that cage match, and their team lost. Tanahashi got the pin on Wheeler Yuta or somebody like that. Maybe it's Claudio. I don't know who it was, but there was one notable spot that was funny, but it was also kind of, I don't like it. I don't think it's that funny. Is it Tanahashi went to climb up a ladder and everyone went to stop him and everyone's like, oh, it's like an old man wandering around. He doesn't know what he's doing, you know, and the narrative around his knees have gotten to the point where I don't want to ever talk about Tanahashi's knees anymore. Because it's just I've heard everyone talk about his knees so much that I just now am going to be like, no, his knees are great. Fuck everybody. Because I'm just tired of, I think Tanahashi got buried a little bit in a way. So.
Hey, you on commentary, can you get on a top rope and do a high fly flow or an aces high? No, shut the fuck up then, Mr. Healthy Knees. Get out of here.
I didn't
can do that with, and I just remember Terry Funk having the shittest knees there is and doing moonsaults on motherfuckers, you know. So, hey, I can still wrestle tonight, can't I? No.
Yeah, I walked in here, didn't I? You know. Well, what? Okay, so one shining star, cool thing. It's a good thing for Walker. Maybe in the long run, not a good thing for New Japan. But Walker was on commentary for the moments where it was a New Japan, or the matches where there's a New Japan guy, and they laid out for him. Excalibur was still on commentary, but he wasn't, you could tell he wasn't over his shoulder going, don't forget to say this, don't forget to say that. He laid the fuck out and every once in a while said something, and Walker delegated. They let Walker go well, you talk. You could tell. I was really impressed with how awesome he sounded and how he did well. There was 100 people on commentary, you know, and he fucking crushed it, you know. I don't know. I was really impressed with him, and
that's wonderful.
He's gonna be gone eventually, but that's kind of it's just Gabe Kidd's gonna be gone one day. It's fine. That's the way it is, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if Walker wasn't a WWE hire eventually, because he's amazing and he would make their product better, and he has knowledge now. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's odd. When he started, you could tell that maybe it was a bit generic and he had nerves and things like that. And he was still learning all the kind of storylines and things like that. He knew a lot of things because he'd been doing homework, but you're not going to catch everything, right?
He didn't want to step on toes either, so he was
Yeah.
very, very careful about what he was saying and not saying. So,
But, you've just done your second G1 or maybe your third by now. That London show, that ain't going to be no big deal at all. Like, I've just done freaking 19 G1 shows, most of them by myself, Joey Styles style, and it's just absolutely crushed it. And you're right, he's very good at he's better at bouncing off the other wrestlers now. If the other one's not talking so much, he'll know to talk
he
more.
knows what to do. Yeah, he's got it figured out.
He's we both love watching a young lion or a new Westerner come in and just start from here and then just progress and just get better and better and better. It's the same with Walker on commentary. It really is. Yeah.
Seeing him move on and get his first major US, I know it wasn't in the United States, but that is a USA company pay-per-view, and he got a payday from that pay-per-view and appeared on it. That's fucking cool, man. I don't know. I know he's probably been on House of Glory or whatever the fuck, or Texas Pro or whatever the fuck it is. But that's really cool, and I'm happy for him. And that's all I got to say about Forbidden Door. And I watched it live by other means. So fuck you.
Yeah, the last couple had been free on New Japan World with Japanese commentary. This year you had to pay for it, and I was like, no, this is what I don't think I will. I was more excited for the previous two than I was for this one, so I was just like, no, I don't think I'm doing that. And since you were adamant about us not covering it, I didn't feel any fucking stress or worry about it. Like, hey, if you had told me this show's mind blowing, watch it, we'll cover it, I'd be all over it because I trust you.
I put my hands on my hips. Enough. I lifted one finger and I said, "We are not doing this." So,
Oh my God! Why was the cat sitting by the computer? To watch the mouse. Ba-dum-bum. So yeah, I'm only going to pull these out for Never Realms. By the way, we've got to
okay.
So it's relax, everyone. They're not going to make it be a permanent.
I almost hit stop record there. But, maybe we got a few more minutes in us, but yeah, man. So we got a little more time before New Japan comes back. I have been, like, as far as wrestling goes, I've been watching some old British wrestling. I found this, thanks to the Wrestle Me guys, I found this awesome British wrestler called Tom Thumb, who is a little tiny guy whose gimmick is he raises his thumb in the air. And he's a fucking awesome mat wrestler. It's unbelievable. I sent you the match, and I'm sure you watched the shit out of it. But him versus some like this heel that likes to stomp his feet when he gets angry, and oh my God, it's magic. It is. I don't know. I love old British wrestling and like the World of Sport and the whole like they have 6 rounds and it's a whole different thing. There's not a lot of like it's almost more like a keto than it is New Japan. You know what I mean? It's more like that. It's like throws and stuff like that. Like what's his name? The greatest guitar player and actor and Aikido guy ever, Steven Seagal. Like his guys that run at him and fall down, they would be awesome at British wrestling. Because there's a lot of that, like you just twist their fingers and they go flipping off. There's a lot of that happens. So,
oh my goodness! All right, that's another name I could have used for douchebags that I don't want to give their real names for. I could have just used Steven as a Seagal reference, but I figure I've got only maybe one of these that I haven't read yet. So, Jay,
Wrestler Diary, yes. I made a huge botch. Usually, and I'm not going to fix it. I'm sorry, but usually, when in the description of each episode, if there's no Wrestler Diaries, I don't put that in there typically. But I fucked it up and put it in for the whole G1. I'm not going to fix it. I'm sorry. I lied.
That's too much work, everyone. And
I lied. I lied to you all multiple times, and I'm sorry.
So it is the last one I have. And it is episode 15 of Francesco Akira's diary.
And yeah, news about Francesco Akira broke his wrist wrestling in Rev Pro, and that sucks.
It does. Episode 15, how I'm feeling the day after my main event at Korakuen Hall.
Oh, yeah.
This is dated as May 17, 2025. I'm writing this the day after, and there's a photo of him in, I don't know if it's called a kimono for dudes, but he's wearing something that style. Anyway, I'm writing this the day after my match with Hiromu at Korakuen Hall. Actually, I'm currently waiting for my gyudon to get served. Lol. And there's a photo of him with a hamburger chest, like he's been. Oh, he just wrestled Hiromu, so yeah, he's been chopped numerous times. Frankly speaking, my body is in a lot of pain. As you can see in this picture, the damage from Hiromu's attacks is evident on my body. It drives home to me just how strong he is. My last singles match with him was 3 years ago. It was my first main event at NJPW, a show in Sendai. I lost that match. But in this revenge match, after 3 years, I fought with all my might, and thanks to the teachings of my master, Tajiri, I was finally able to win. Oh, that's right. He pulled out the new fucking submission on him.
He didn't miss Hiromu, though. That would have been
awesome. Hearing the warm cheers of the fans during the match really warmed my heart. I am so grateful to all of you. However, I've already switched my focus to the next match. BOSJ, in brackets, Best of the Super Juniors, is still on, and I can't wait for my next match. There's a photo of a fish tank with it looks like a Star Destroyer, but it's from the prequel, so it's got the red stripe on the front. There's a Lego toy of one of those, and some kind of little palm tree thingy. I guess that's his fish, whatever. And then another photo of his food, maybe that gyudon he was talking about. After Best of the Super Juniors, we will be touring Mexico from June 18th. I'm really looking forward to going to Mexico again after such a long time. After that, in September, I have decided to finally go back to my hometown in Italy. My older brother, Koichi, is getting married, so I'll be going back to Italy for a few weeks. I love my life in Japan, but I haven't been back for over a year, so I've been feeling a bit homesick lately. And there's a photo of Akira pouting and holding up a ice cream. When I get back to Italy, I'll write a diary about it. I'll be posting lots of pictures of my family and friends and my dog. So I hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. Hey, we got to learn a little bit about him. It was in kayfabe. He stayed in character. Some of that stuff sounded like it was translated or written for him a little bit. Like some of the, like he wrote it in Italian and somebody translated it to English, especially at the beginning. Some of the phrases, like, it's not something people say, but I like that.
They got translators from Japanese to English and vice versa.
Yeah,
but here he is, probably writing it in Italian. Shit, I'm just going to copy paste this in online.
Yeah,
all right, that'll do. I'll just fix it up as best I can. Maybe.
But he also talked about wrestling, so that's checking a lot of boxes. The only thing missing, not very funny.
No,
not very funny.
No, but. It's not like a 10-paragraph diatribe about how he can't figure out how to incense stick his room or anything like
that. Remember Grado Cons? It would just be what he did for 3 days. He's like ribbing everybody, just literally writing down everything he did for 3 fucking days and ending every sentence with "my denizens." Like,
oh my god,
that was bad.
Oh my goodness. And speaking of bad, how do you take a line's temperature? Very carefully.